Hello and welcome to K-Strology. My name is Yvonne. I'm a professional astrologer, and today I will be reacting to Bang Chan's Railway. How these reactions go is basically I watched the video, and today we will try something different. I think if you have seen my reaction to Lisa's Born Again, this will go like that. We will just take a look at the video and see how the personal placements of this idol apply to the aesthetics or the message in the lyrics of their songs. And why am I starting with their solos and not their songs as a group? Because their solos match their vibe or their interests or whatever they want to do musically. So I thought this was the best place to start for them. So wait for the solos of the rest of the kids. I will also be working on the charts of the rest of the members. We're halfway through. And yeah, just stay tuned to the space if you want me to react to any other kind of artist, video, if there is any reality show that you want me to watch and see the astrology of it, just let me know. Write it down in the comments. And yeah, so let's go with Bang Chan's Railway. Okay. I will be pausing every now and then just to talk about his placements or things that I see manifesting from his planets. And yeah, so let's just get started right away. Railway. He mentioned that he got kind of inspired in DPR Ian's aesthetics. As if you know, DPR Ian, he's also like a video director, and we hear it in the song. But I also hear a lot of The Weeknd in this, and I do think this aesthetic particularly really fits Chan due to his placements. First, he is a Venus in Scorpio. Venus in Scorpio responds to Mars wishes. And let's pause. Venus in Scorpio people are very intense, and themes and topics of obsession and maybe a little bit of violence, maybe a little bit of war, and this internal conflict between like Venusian things like love and harmony clash with things related to more Martian things like war, separation, isolation, harm even. So in this video we are already starting to see those Martian themes because this is happening like at some kind of jail or place of seclusion. And that is very martial, but also it speaks to his Saturn placement because his Saturn is in Aries. So again, that Saturn is speaking to Mars. So that double Mars is being very much present in the aesthetics of this video. So it's really interesting to see those two malefic influences from his chart in just one single video. Like, you can really tell that he's the kind of person that likes to explore what we call the shadow, and he's not afraid to go there, unlike other people that focus more on the Venusian and the positive things, Venusian, Jupiterian things, and we will see that in the videos from the other members. But in Chan's case, he's very invested in exploring those dark themes. He's not shying away from them. And this video leads me to think and makes me confirm, well, not confirm, but lean more towards the theory that I have that he's not a Libra moon, but a Scorpio moon. As we discussed in his chart analysis, his moon, it's at 29 degrees, according to the hour that we got from him, from Chan's room. He said he was born at 8:54 p.m. But if there is a little difference of minutes, maybe just 10 minutes, the moon would have changed signs into Scorpio. And moon in Scorpio just doubles those themes that we just talked about, like Martian stuff, intensity, nightmares, fears. All those things are related to the domains of Mars. So keep that in mind when you are watching or listening to most of his songs. Not all of them. There are some other things. He has the capability of also writing songs that are about love and harmony. I mean, he's like the main songwriter of the group, but I'm just saying these things become like common topics for him. So it's really interesting to see. Let's continue. This is one of my favorite songs from that. When you think of Mars, you have to think of pointy things like knives, because it's cutting, like getting into the flesh. Those fangs that he shows up, very Martian. When he does this thing like with Wolfgang, it's no surprise that he's like his SKZ animal is a wolf. That is so Martian of him. You cannot make things up like that. So it's funny. Just felt like saying that. Yeah. You and me, you and me. Baby, I feel our heartbeats shaking, trembling. Rough ride, hold on tight. I can't say anything. It's very Martian. The lack of boundaries, the lack of control, that same intensity, it's very Martian. Mars doesn't like to obey any rules, and in the lyrics he's just saying no break, no break, no breaks, this train. The engine's gone insane, our plane, it rains. It's just the affirmation of that like agency from Mars. Sirens, very Martian again. It's so Scorpio, like he could have been born like 2 weeks later. He would have been the most Scorpio person ever, but he had to be a Libra. Thank God, otherwise he would be like someone unstable. This part over here, like this duality, because it's like the creator meeting his creation, and it has a little bit of that Frankenstein vibe in the video. Also speaks to that duality of his moon, which we don't know about. Like, we don't really know what his moon sign is, but it's that need for harmony, for peace, for just understanding from the moon in Libra, and that need for just being left alone, and I'm not saying that moons in Scorpio are lonely people, but they really defend their spaces, and they really need time to sit with their feelings and their thoughts. And we do see that this here in this duality, because he's meeting his creation, which is really bad. He's been killing people. It's been just feeding on their blood and iron, two very Martian things. And I just want you to start seeing the videos for what they are and the symbology behind them, because many symbols and many from animals, things, elements, all of them are related to all the planets. And once you start learning that language of the symbols, everything starts coming together. And then you start seeing how charts like become alive in every aspect of your life. And I think that's magical. And I think that's a great way to see astrology, not in a chart, not in a paper, not in delineations, but just being embodied by everything that's in the world. So this video is a really good example of that. Oh, this scene over here is the perfect. It's just chef's kiss. Bats, Martian. And he has this capacity of being so sinister, so intimidating, and still going back and doing all these cute things and taking care of everybody. That duality of the moon in Libra, moon in Scorpio that we don't know about. And still, it's that balance between his Scorpio placements, which would be Venus, plus his moon if he is a Scorpio moon, but his Libra placements, which is Mercury, soft lyrics, very eloquent and flourishy and able to put things into words in a really pretty way, but also aesthetically and musically, because Venus and Libra, like Libra is a Venus ruled sign, just touches all those things related to artistry. So his Sun and Mercury are in Libra, balancing those traits that he has in Scorpio, plus his Mars that's in Sagittarius. So that Mars in Sagittarius also gives him that edge and that risky behavior. And one funny thing that I noticed now that I was thinking, like, he loves writing about like means of transportation. If you see, just a little side note, not related to K-pop, but Charlie XCX, she's a Gemini, and she always talks about like speed and cars and stuff on her songs. And you see her chart is very much Gemini, Mercurial, and Mercury just rules all these things related to means of transportation. But Chan also speaks about like railway and drive, and he has like this quirky way of writing songs that is very, very Sagittarian and very wise and very much influenced by that. Well, his Mars is in Sagittarius and his Jupiter is in Aquarius. So I think that funny thing in those means of transportation and references and all those like innovative topics and themes, they just come from the top of his head because of that Aquarius Jupiter, which is very, it just makes connections. And I think that's kind of nice to see. So yeah, that was my reaction to Railway, one of my favorite videos. I know I didn't really react because I had already watched the video, so there was nothing left in me to react to. I'm sure that if I reacted to the videos from the fan meeting and not him performing it, but Han, I would have been screaming. So you have to thank me for not reacting to that. Otherwise, I would be here like making a scandal and just looking very silly. But yeah, so that was my reaction to Railway. Thank you for joining me in this reaction. I will be reacting to the other videos from the other members. We will see the astrology and how they just match everyone. And I think this hop record really allowed them to shine through with those placements. And I'm really glad that they got a music video for each one of them, because we can see those little themes and those symbols that I told you about earlier on. So I hope you join me in my next reaction. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, give me ideas on what kind of content you want to see in this channel. And I will see you next time. Bye.
우연이라고 하기엔 맘속 깊이 doesn't make any sense.